Hey there, it's Jenni B from vitalitybyjenni.com, and I'm sitting here in front of all of these boxes. 2 mediums and 2 large boxes here full of clothes out of my closet. And I wanted to tell you why I'm sitting here in front of these boxes that are full of my clothes and why I'm getting rid of so many clothes out of my closet. So we had decided that when we moved to Austin, it was going to be kind of a major turning point where we decided to declutter and simplify everything in our lives. And we were mostly just really feeling drawn to this. Well, I know I was. I think Doug was too. Really felt just intuitively drawn to really get things simplified, to only have, you know, the things that we love, the things that we need, etc. Without all the extra clutter, you know, that just takes up time and space and energy in your life. And I think that the reason that we wanted to do this is because we were moving on to do the things that we really love doing in our lives, and we wanted to have the space and have the time and have the energy to do those things. And sometimes it's hard to move forward when you're still clinging to so much just junk that's holding you down, that's from the past, you know? So I had tried decluttering a long time ago, quite a while ago. I had tried decluttering a couple of things, and I would declutter here and there, and it would always feel great. But for some reason I never applied it to my whole life. It would always just be, you know, things that were visibly cluttered, like the incoming mail, what to do with it, or you know, the laundry, or different things like that that seemed to build up, and I just never seemed to have them organized. But I kind of realized once through the process of decluttering before we moved that our whole life, in every single area of our lives, we were holding on to extra stuff. And I really was inspired to get rid of that stuff. And it has felt so amazing after getting everything simplified and getting everything decluttered. It has really pretty much transformed the way that my day progresses. And so it's so much easier now to take care of the house. It's so much easier to figure out how to get dressed. It's so much easier to clean up the boys' room, and you know, everything that you do on a day-to-day basis as a mom. These steps take, you know, 1/5 of the amount of time now, because it's not just all this junk that's piling up that you don't really care that much about anyway. You know, we've whittled down now to all of our necessities, all the things that we love, and you know, the things that really serve us, including their toys, you know, our dishes, the toys, dishes, clothes, I mean, movies, CDs, all, you know, all that stuff. It's just kind of been gone through, and we just have kept the ones that mean the most to us. So I wanted to share this with you today because I wanted to kind of inspire you to maybe take a step forward in this direction too, because it really does have such a big impact. If you feel like you don't have time as a mom, if you feel like you're just overwhelmed, you're always stressed out, your house is always a mess, any of those feelings ringing true, then I want you to kind of consider this, because it really, I was one of those people that hated, you know, to have something structured, and I enjoyed buying stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I was a very good consumer, like you know, a lot of us are, and it just accumulated, and I realized as I was letting it go that a lot of that stuff didn't mean that much. And so, like, when we were cleaning out our clothes, we started cleaning out our clothes before we even left Las Vegas. And when Doug and I had already gone through my closet 3 times before we made the final cut before we moved here, what was supposed to be the final cut. And that still, even after having cleaned it out 3 times and gotten rid of clothes, the last cut, Doug and I both filled up the back of his Pathfinder, just piles, huge, enormous piles of clothes. And a lot of them, you know, had cost quite a bit of money when we first bought them. And so it was like sitting there staring at this enormous pile of clothes that really, we hadn't worn that much. We didn't, you know, really use it a whole lot, and it just cost, it was just money just kind of sitting there that we didn't really use. That I was like, man, I know that I have enjoyed having that many clothes before, but now I would much rather use that money on a nice vacation, or some, you know, going somewhere, doing some kind of nice experience. That's what I would rather have, you know, or something like that with all that money that was just sitting there. And so it was just an interesting revelation watching all of those clothes go, and then to feel, you would think that you would feel kind of sad, you know, leaving them, and you do the instant that you're letting them go, but then after that it just feels free.
Hurts.
After that I just felt free, and honestly I don't even remember what any of the clothes looked like that I gave away, so that says something. And so anyway, that was the final cut, and then we moved here, and I looked at my closet and it still looks full, and it still is full of stuff that I don't wear. And so I came across the idea of having what is called a capsule wardrobe. And you're only, you know, in a capsule wardrobe, it's only like 10 to 20 key pieces, you know, that you wear, that you love, that fit you perfectly. And I don't think that I'll pare down exactly to 10 or 20 pieces, but I'm definitely down a lot. And so I'm getting rid of 3 more boxes and another bag of clothes, and I can tell already that just by having pared it down this much and lived with that for a week, that there's still other pieces that I see that I could probably let go of. And so it's amazing what you can do. The more that you do it, the more you do it over and over again. You know, just start with a little bit. Pare down a little bit, live with that, and then as you live with, you know, the ones that you're left with, you'll see what you use, what you don't feel amazing when you put back on, you know, all of that stuff, and then that'll help you when you want to pare down again. And so you can take it in little steps. It doesn't have to be a huge overhaul. I've taken it in steps, incrementally, getting rid of a ton of my clothes, and I really think that doing that has allowed me a lot more time in the morning trying to decide what to wear, because I don't have to dig through so many clothes. All the clothes that I have there I love, so it's a lot easier to find something to wear. Plus, when I go into my closet, I don't feel automatically stressed because it's overloaded to the top. And I did the same thing with the boys' clothes, and again, it makes everything so much easier, so much simpler. You don't have to try to store stuff and figure out how to store things and organize, because everything is automatically organized because it all fits, because it's not overloaded. And so anyway, it freed up a bunch of space in my mind, in my life, in my house, and it makes things so much easier to keep track of, to keep clean, to keep organized. So I hope that this helps inspire you to maybe take a step out and do the same. And I will be going over a couple of the other areas that I have decluttered. If you are interested in this, then we'll go into it a little bit more into each of the areas, okay? I'll even show you what my closet looks like now, what my wardrobe looks like now, if you're interested. After I get it all, you know, dwindled down here, then if you're interested, let me know, and I'll show you what my clothes looks like. I'll show you what we did with the rest of the house, and go into this a little bit further if you're interested, okay? I love you guys. If you would like my free recipe ebook to help you get started on the low-fat, high-raw diet that I recommend that will help declutter your body, then just jump on over to happysexyhealthy.net and you can grab my free recipe ebook right now, okay? I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.